I'm Dr. Niketa. Welcome to Skin Talk with Bioderma. For all those who don't know me yet, I'm Dr. Niketa Sonavane. I'm a cosmetic dermatologist. I practice in Mumbai. My clinic is called Ambrosia Aesthetics, and you're most welcome to visit me if you have any skin queries. Now, today we are going to discuss all about summer skincare, the problems that you face in summer, and I'm going to tell you all of my tips and tricks to deal with all of these skin issues that you face in summer. So let's have the questions coming in. I see that we'll probably have to wait for a while for more audience to join us. And in the meantime, we'll start talking about how should you be taking care of your skin in the summer months. Now, in my clinic, I get a lot of queries like, simple things that people want to know and probably don't, know the correct answers to. How often should I wash my face? What do I wash with? What is the temperature of water that I should be washing my face with? So let's start with all of this. What should your daily skincare routine be like in the summer months? Now, when it comes to the skincare routine, I usually like to keep it simple. The reason being that if it is simple and you're able to do it, there's a good chance that you will stick by it. And of course, the products should be such. Oh, hi Praveen. So the product should be such that they make you happy. When you put them on, your skin should feel good and not goopy, greasy, oily, funny, white. We don't want that to happen because, of course, then no matter how much I or any other dermatologist tells you, put this on, put that on, it's probably not going to happen. I do understand that. So, the first thing in your skincare routine needs to be your face wash. Okay, let me enumerate what are the things that you probably need to have in your kitty. A face wash that you like to use, a moisturizer, even for oily skin types, yes, a sunscreen, and probably a night serum to neutralize all the damage that happens on the skin in spite of using your sunscreen. So let's begin with the face wash. Washing your face. How often? Now, I generally like to keep it to 2 times a day because many a times, now let's be realistic, 3 times or more times doesn't really happen. So once when you wake up in the morning, that's when you're probably having a bath, leave that face wash in your bathroom. It's easier that way. You just wash your face while you're having a bath. And the second time would be when you get back home. So if you've like gone to work, come back, you want to wash your face at that time, or if you're at like home all the time, you may want to wash maybe before sleeping. So 2 times is definitely happening. The third time is the in-between time. Like for me, I'd like to wash my face maybe during my lunch break, or I do advise my patients to, if they have like a lunch break happening, wash your face at that time during the lunch break. And then some people do ask me, can I wash more than 3 times because they feel comfortable doing so. See, generally, I feel that if you've had exposure, if you've gone out and come back, you've gone to the gym and sweated it out, you went to pick up your children, you went to the market, you may feel like washing your face each time that you come back, and that's okay. I mean, considering that we live in a super polluted city like Mumbai, you may want to wash more often. So it's okay, but by and large, twice or thrice is okay. Then comes the temperature of the water. I do get a lot of questions like, should I be washing with cold water, hot water, warm water? See, again, try to keep it realistic. Personally, I like the effect that warm water gives on the skin because there is oil on your skin. Girls tend to have makeup. You've gone out and you've got a lot of dirt, grime, pollution on your skin. So when you use warm water, it just tends to melt off more easily. The makeup tends to slide off more easily. And it also helps in stimulating a little bit of blood circulation so that when you have washed, your skin feels really invigorated and clean. So that goes for the temperature. If not warm water, tap water is just fine. Try not to make it cool water because the oil is just not going to come off in that case. Sorry. And definitely not hot water. Definitely not hot water because it's going to just strip your skin dry, and especially for the sensitive skin types. Then the next thing that we do is put the moisturizer on. Now, when I talk about moisturizer, the dry skin types or even the normal skin types, they like using moisturizer every time that they wash their face. But for oily skin types, it might be a little difficult to apply moisturizer during the daytime, but you definitely want to apply during the nighttime. Pick a moisturizer that your skin likes. So for oily skin, it's going to be more of a texture, something that's really thin, runny, watery, something that's more suited or meant for oily skin types. And for the dry skin types, you might want to go with something that's a little thicker, little cream based. That makes more sense. Now, also moisturizer for the day versus night. Now, many people like to keep one moisturizer in the kitty, and I wouldn't advise you to have multiple, like one thin one, thick one. But maybe you can put an extra layer at night time if you feel that your moisturizer is too thin. Just put a little extra quantity, and it should be fine. Now, the third and most important thing, your sunscreen. The sunscreen needs to be worn every single day, you guys. I get these questions all the time. Do I need to wear the sunscreen every day? But I'm more indoors, I never go outdoors, I don't have sun exposure. Now, there was a time, and even still, the sunscreen is called a sunscreen because the sun is the largest source of our UV rays. But today, we are bombarded with all kinds of radiation, literally all kinds of radiation, and the UV rays is one of them. Now we are talking into research which says infrared light is harming your skin, visible light is harming your skin, blue light is harming your skin, light from your phones and computers is harming your skin. So the sunscreen now is not just a sunscreen, it's designed to protect you from various types of radiation. So like you get up and you put your clothes on in the morning, you want to put your sunscreen on every single day. If there's one thing I've done all through my life, I've never skipped my sunscreen. And I think it helps. It's showing, isn't it? So the sunscreen also, try to make it something that's multitasking. Like, okay, I'll show you what I'm using right now. I'm using this one by Bioderma. Now, they haven't paid me to say this, okay, but it's currently my favorite sunscreen. It's amazing for the summer, the heat. It doesn't make me feel hot or sweaty. It has a little bit of tint in it, so I feel good. When I put it on, I feel good. The next day when I think I have to put my sunscreen on, I'm happy. I'm a happier person. But I'm wearing my sunscreen. My skin is protected. It looks amazing, and it's in the long run, it's going to be so much healthier. I'll probably be looking a lot healthier in my skin when I'm like 60 or 70 than my friends who didn't use sunscreen. So sunscreen does protect you from a lot of unwanted pigmentation. Indian skin has a lot of issues with pigmentation. A little bit of UV exposure, and there you are. You're tan, you're patchy. Unfortunately, we don't get the kind of golden bronze tan that the Caucasians get. We tan patchy, ugly. So the sunscreen is going to probably prevent the tan. I won't say it's not going to happen. If you had a really strong sun exposure, you probably will still tan a little bit, but it's going to be a little more even tone, a little less damage. You're probably going to age much slower if you've been using sunscreen every day. Then comes your night serum. Now the night serum for the summer months should be something I think that helps in decongesting the skin. Now this is true for almost all skin types. I mean, skin congestion is not just limited to oily skin types nowadays. Because of the crazy environment that we live in, even dry skin types, sensitive skin types, they do get skin congestion. And by congestion, what I mean is you have those little bumps on your skin when you're touching your skin. It doesn't feel very smooth. There's tiny blocked pores in there. You see blackheads, whiteheads, and skin just doesn't feel clean. It doesn't feel baby soft. So using something that helps in exfoliating all the dead cell layer, just purifying your pores. In case of oily skin, maybe calming down the skincare, the oiliness. It is going to help in minimizing a lot of other things. Like if you have congestion, you tend to get acne. When there's acne, there is spots and there's scars. So it solves a lot of things when you use something for the nighttime. If your skin is more prone to pigmentation, you might want to use something that helps in neutralizing pigmentation during the nighttime. Try to make it something that is, again, something that you like using on your skin. So then there's more chance that you're going to stick by it. Consistency is the key, my friends. Don't buy fancy products, use them for 2 weeks and then expect miracles. I mean, of course, there are certain products which do that, but consistency is the key. Like I said, you have to put in that little bit of effort every single day and night, and then you're going to reap the benefits. Okay, so Diksha here is asking, itching marks on my leg and how to reduce that. Now see, itchy marks on the leg is a very vague term. Diksha, it could be literally anything. It could be just extremely dry skin. that is causing your skin to itch. It could be some, allergy. Like some people have really bad allergies to mosquito bites nowadays, and that could be the problem. It could be a post-waxing thing where you're, like a post-waxing folliculitis, where when you do a waxing, your hair is too coarse, the skin is delicate, and it kind of gives those little bumps and boils that are there, and then they tend to itch. All in all, what I can say is just from this one sentence, to begin with, you moisturize your skin and make it maybe a thicker moisturizer like a body butter. Keep it in your bathroom. And the best time to apply a body moisturizer or even your face moisturizer is when you've just washed. So all that moisture from your warm shower, which is in your skin, when you put your moisturizer on top, it's going to seal it in, making it work so much better. All right, now Drudge here is asking how to deal with body acne. Hi, Drudge. Sorry, I'm taking a while to answer your question. How to deal with body acne? Now, body acne typically happens on the back, on the shoulders, sometimes on the chest, and it's somewhat related to the overgrowth of a yeast called Pitrosporum on the body. Many people who have body acne also have facial acne, but sometimes body acne can come absolutely with no relation to face. I mean, the face is really clean, but the person has body acne. Uh, there is certain medications that can be done for that. I usually prescribe a pulse therapy of some antifungal tablet to wipe out all the yeast from the body. Then you may require a short antibiotic course also. There are other tablets that can be done. But for the time being, try to shower twice daily. I'm not sure if you do or don't, but that helps. Sometimes using an antifungal soap or a shower gel does help. So something that contains ketoconazole maybe, and do try to get control of your dandruff. A lot of people who have body acne also deal with dandruff because it's caused by the same organism. So using a very nice, an anti-dandruff shampoo. I really love the Load DS. So using that consistently is going to help in lowering the lesion count, the acne does tend to get better. But also, one of the things that does cause body acne in guys is sweating and friction from your gymming. So make sure that you wash your gym t-shirts properly. Don't use the gym towels. Use your own towels. And also sometimes you need to do some maybe blood tests and stuff. Figure out any deficiencies, anything else. Probably you can visit your dermatologist for that. But for the time being, shower more often. Take care of your dandruff. Then what else? Okay, so we'll take up some other questions that patients usually ask me in the clinic. Any solution to avoid dry skin during summer? Okay, now summer we usually think oily skin, but there are people out there who have dry skin. I know, and dry skin during the summer months, during the daytime, you might want to use a lighter moisturizer. In the nighttime, like I said, you use a heavier moisturizer, or you just double coat your moisturizer on. And drink lots of water. Now, one thing that is happening with us nowadays is a busy lifestyle, like me even working in my clinic, I forget to drink water. And I hear that from my patients all the time that I just forget to drink water. Keep a bottle at your desk if possible. And if possible, add on to those healthy beverages, say the green tea, black coffee even. Black coffee is not that bad. It's good. It gives you antioxidants. So your coffee helps, your tea helps. If you're one of those people who say don't like drinking water, I do hear that too, that I just don't like drinking water. You can add a couple of say cucumber slices to it, add some chopped fruits to it, spice it up. I mean, change it, variation. But definitely do not opt for aerated waters. That doesn't help. So cold drinks are a big no-no. Then what else? My skin is so dry and sensitive. I can't use any products except aloe vera gel. Okay, I do. This is from Tani. I do get that also very often that people feel that their skin is truly sensitive. Most of the times, believe me, most of the times it's just mistreatment of the skin, pure mistreatment. So, you know, you just need to get the moisture level right and stop using stuff that is too harsh, like harsh ingredients, harsh chemicals in your products. I'm not saying go organic. I'm not completely organic yet, but definitely you want to avoid, say, SLS, silicones, parabens, all of that. And sometimes just letting your skin be helps. Sometimes we're so wound up in, skin is sensitive, मैं क्या करूँ? I want to apply aloe vera gel, I want to apply, other stuff. Just let it be. For a while, say 2 weeks, use only a simple face wash, moisturizer, and sunscreen. Give your skin a break. No home remedies, nothing to apply, absolutely nothing. Because it might be surprising to you, but there are people who are actually sensitive to herbal extracts and to aloe vera gel also. So while you're trying to use aloe vera gel to help with your sensitivity, you might actually, like, in subconsciously or indirectly, sorry, causing it to become more sensitive. It could be happening. Then hmm, lazy girl running says, I have pimple scars on my face. How to reduce that? Okay, how to reduce pimple scars? Now, pimple scars, in layman terms, a lot of people call pigmentation also pimple scars, and the actual scars also pimple scars. Now, when pimples happen, there are two things that can be left behind. One is that you're getting brown spots. You're getting spots from the acne, that is called post-inflammatory pigmentation. That is not actually termed as scarring. And the second thing is that you are actually having scarring, which is the pits, holes, dips, pores looking bigger. That is the actual scarring that happens. Now, the key to preventing pimple scars is to prevent infection in your acne, and if it is too inflammatory, to calm down the inflammation. So during that time, you might want to use products that are easy on the skin, that is gentle but effective. Now, there's a very thin line between products being gentle and ineffective, and harsh but effective. You want them to be gentle, but you also want them to be effective. So personally, when if I ever tend to feel that my skin is getting too congested and I feel like I'm going to break out or I'm already breaking out, that does happen sometimes in summers. It did happen a lot earlier, and as I'm growing up, it's getting better. I do cut back on the use of my moisturizer. I do start using my anti-acne stuff. One of the anti-acne stuff that is always in my pouch is the Stadium Global. This helps in dissolving all the blackheads and whiteheads. Like when you use it consistently, it's going to just melt away all those clogs in the pores, and therefore, of course, the bacteria can't grow. You don't get acne, and then you don't get scars. Now, if you already have scars, which is the pits in your skin, I don't think there's any creams that are going to help. You could try creams with, say, retinoic acid. But in Indian weather, these creams tend to give a lot of sensitivity to the skin. So your best bet is to visit your favorite dermatologist, someone who you can trust, someone who is going to advise you the correct things to do. And you can opt for something like, something more natural, regenerative, like say microneedling. I really love microneedling for acne scars. Then you could use PRP therapy as platelet-rich plasma. These things use your natural body's healing mechanism to heal the scars. I personally am not a big fan of, say, lasers, because I find it difficult to keep it safe if in our weather. And then I need a lot of restrictions to be there, and I most often always have to deal with some of the other side effects. So I'm more of a natural person, not old school. I do the medical advances, but I'm not a very laser oriented person. So yes, treatments will be required for acne scars. They may not go away with creams only. Okay, Jyotsna here says, I often get breakouts on my face and I have oily skin. Jyotsna, often getting breakouts could be a sign of some hormonal imbalance or disbalance going on. If it is like a really mild thing, use of proper skincare products and a diligent skincare regime on a daily basis is going to help in reducing the problem to quite an extent. But if you feel that you're doing all of that and still the acne keeps coming back, maybe it's time to meet up with the dermatologist and just get some, tests done, maybe like a hormonal checkup and stuff. You'll be surprised at how many people have a hormonal imbalance going on and they're completely unaware of it or in denial of it. It's better to face it, deal it, and get over with it than probably your acne could actually be gone sooner than you think. Then, okay, Jyotsna here also says oily skin. So for oily skin, the best thing I like to do is Savior Musant, the face wash. It's really good at controlling oiliness. So just wash your face with that, and maybe you can follow up with the Savium Global at night. And oiliness is never a problem for my patients when they are using these two things. Okay, what else? How to avoid acne, and do I have any toner suggestions? Mahidadia. Hi, Mahidadia. Um, Toner, I don't really use or recommend much of toner because I feel it's one of the steps that is or in the future is going to be replaced by Michelin cleansers. Now, Michelin cleansers is a completely different concept, okay? It's not supposed to be a toner, but I personally love to use Michelin cleansers as a toner. And what I do is I wash my face and then I pat my face dry, and then I would take a little bit of Michelin water on a cotton pad and give it a good wipe. That itself helps in like double cleaning the skin, makeup that's inside the pores, pollution that's inside the pores, it's all out. You can literally see it on your cotton pad. And it also helps in calming down the skin. Now, Michelin waters, there are a bunch of them out there, but I've often had a problem now. See, I have a little bit of a thing for perfection. So when I'm spending my time and money, I like to use the best of the stuff. Best doesn't not necessarily like expensive or anything, but the best at what it's going to deliver. So I have had a problem with certain Michelin waters being too not cleansing. So I need to use a lot. I need to wipe a lot, and then my skin just gets irritated from all that rubbing. I have used Michelin waters which leave a powdery residue on the skin after you clean, so it doesn't really feel clean. The current one that I'm using is the Sensi Bio H2O by Bioderma. I feel it's perfect. And if I'm not mistaken, it has been many times and by many different forums been awarded as one of the best Michelin waters in the whole world. And it really delivers. It really delivers. I mean, I trust it so much that for most of the procedures in my clinic, when I'm cleaning my patient's skin, I'm using Sensibio H2O. I'm not going to, be stingy about what I use for my patient's skin. And every single person's face gets cleaned by Sensibio H2O. Really. Then, what else? How can I control my whiteheads? Says Vaishali. Due to traveling and pollution, I get a lot of whiteheads on my chin. Okay, now when anybody says chin, jaw, upper neck, and acne or whiteheads, I'm straight away thinking hormones need to be checked. Okay, but besides that, when you're traveling, what happens is you're busy, you're in the plane, you're in the train, you've landed somewhere, you've woken up, you've slept, you're jet lagged. The most common thing that actually causes this problem is the stress that you are traveling. You did pack up, you probably traveled time zones and you've been through hell. So the skin acts up. The skin is like a mirror of what's going on inside your body and how you're treating it from the top also. So the skin does act up, I do understand. At that point in time, again, just focus on de-stressing a little bit. Now, de-stressing can be as little as 5 or 10 minutes a day. I'm not saying you necessarily need to meditate and stuff, but 5, 10, 20 minutes of anything that you like. If you like to exercise, you go out and exercise. Figure out how to do that. If you like to take a long hot shower, do that. Anything that calms you down is going to calm you down literally internally, and your skin is going to thank you for that. Then another thing that also happens when you're traveling is you tend to skip your skincare routine. It does happen. It happens with me too. Afternoon face wash is completely gone for a toss. I'm barely washing my face in the morning and putting my sunscreen on, and at night I barely wash my face and get my night serum on. Sometimes even that seems difficult if you're like on the go and you're like across time zones. So try to do your skincare routine more diligently while you're traveling. Try to de-stress and try to eat healthy, because when you're traveling also what happens is your diet is completely messed up. You're probably eating outside, you don't have a control over what you're eating, but amongst whatever is laid out in front of you, or if you are ordering, try to make some healthy choices also. So along with your, stuff that you're ordering, do order maybe a salad, do order a juice, have some green tea in your tea time. So all these things are little things that you could possibly change, and you're going to have better skin while traveling. Then Game of Foodies says, which is the best moisturizer for dry skin? Now, see, there is nothing like best moisturizer for dry skin. I usually like to suggest products depending on your personal skin habits, your lifestyle, the problems that your skin faces. There's a lot of things that are taken into consideration before I decide which is the best moisturizer for your dry skin. But by and large, a moisturizer which I really like for dry skin is the Atoderm Balm. I think it's just the right combination of being heavy, but definitely not too tacky on the skin. Even if a person who has dry skin needs to use it at night or during the day, I've almost never got any complaints as to skin feels oily and all of those things. You put a little less during the day, put a little more during the night, and I really think it's one of the best moisturizers for dry skin. Hmm. What to do for pigmentation around the lips? Pigmentation around the lips is so Indian, guys. Really, I mean, South Indians, West Indians. I mean, more like towards the south and towards Maharashtra, Gujarat side. Pigmentation around the mouth does happen. It's less common when I was back in Delhi or in the Northeast. It doesn't almost doesn't exist over there. Pigmentation around the lips is pretty genetic, and it does get better when you use sunscreen on a daily basis. Now, the sunscreen doesn't have a direct relationship with this pigmentation, but when you get tanned, generally, you do get tanned a little more around any sensitive or pigmentation prone areas. So, when you do develop a tan, this is going to tan, this is going to tan, but this is probably going to tan a little more. So, when you put your sunscreen on, it's going to help in controlling that pigmentation. Also, this pigmentation I've seen many times is related with toothpaste allergy. Sounds very funny because toothpaste is something everybody uses, but it has happened. And when we change the brand of the toothpaste, or worst come, I've asked my patient to switch to neem sticks or salt. I've done that, believe me, but it has helped them. And then I had to convince them back to start using toothpaste. And I'm like, no, the pigmentation is gone. I can't use toothpaste again. But yeah, it could be related to that. So you will have to figure out whether your toothpaste is messing up your perioral area. Okay, now, why do we get moles or pigmentation and how to control it is what Harinder Kaur is asking. Um, Moles is a very general term. I mean, when I meet patients, they would call literally anything a mole. It could be a wart and they think it's a mole. It could be a DPL and they think it's a mole. It could be a cyst and they think it's a mole. So first of all, you have to figure out whether your moles are really moles. If it is really a mole, then they are genetic. They are just programmed to come whenever they want to come, wherever they want to come. You can't really do anything to prevent them. There are ways to remove them if some of the moles really bother you. And pigmentation. Okay, one more thing. Freckles. People think freckles are also moles sometimes. So freckles can be prevented with proper use of sunscreen and maybe a little pigment neutralizing cream during the night time. So yes, that's how you would control your pigmentation. Daytime may protect from the UV rays and nighttime may repair, calm down your melanocytes. Okay, so Shreya asked how to take care of oily skin during summer. Shreya, we already did that. I think you missed it. I gave a whole long lecture of I think 5 minutes on how to take care of oily skin during summer. Maybe you can watch it during like the replay. How to reduce acne? Yes, I think we dealt with that too. In the daytime, you would want to use your sunscreen, and at night time, you can use an anti-acne serum, and of course, your diet. Now, okay, one thing, you cannot use products and then not have a healthy lifestyle, not have a healthy diet, and think my products are not working. Okay, everything goes hand in hand. You have to keep your body healthy. When you are healthy internally, it's going to reflect on your skin. Your products are going to work a lot better. there. So healthy eating, try to make healthy choices, then drink lots of water. I mean, everybody knows this. I'm sure you have heard it 100 times, and I'm just 101% telling you it again. But yeah, healthy eating, a little bit of exercise, get your oxygenation going, sweat out those toxins. That's also going to help. Okay, so what is the best we can do to protect the skin in summer? Sunscreen, SPF 50 plus is the norm. Anything less than that is also okay. It's more important to use it consistently rather than go for higher numbers. Um, then how to deal with open pores, the best way to deal with open pores. Okay, open pores, in my experience, come from two things. One, your skin is oily and it needs to pour out that much oil. That's why the pores are slightly larger in size, allowing all that oil to come out. So in that case, reducing the oiliness of the skin with the use of right face wash and your night serum is going to help in reduce the oiliness, and it's probably going to reduce the pore size as well. And the second reason for pores is with age, when there's collagen depletion that happens in the skin, your pores just tend to look more patulous. In that case, stimulating collagen in the skin. So maybe an anti-aging cream would help. Or there are very good treatments available, of course, but it's entirely up to you whether you like to control it with products, with treatments. If you visit your dermatologist, I'm sure they'll guide you. Best solution to treat open pores? Yes, that's done with. How to clear acne scars? Yes, that's done with. I've got skin allergy and rashes when I go out in the sun. How do I get rid of it? Okay, now sun-related allergies. Polymorphous light eruption. So sun-related allergies happen to people who are truly sensitive to UV rays, and it usually tends to happen on all the areas that are more, like exposed to the sun. So PMLE generally tends to come like on the arms, on the arms, rarely on the face, but mostly on the arms. Yeah. So minimizing sun exposure. Now, many people who have polymorphous light eruption or sun allergies, they feel that sunscreen also doesn't help them much, especially in the crazy hot summer months. So try to wear full sleeve clothing. I think that really works. That really works. Nothing works like that. And you can, of course, use a sun block on your entire arm area. It's difficult to do in Mumbai because eventually it's commitment. You have to use it every single time because probably even once or twice you miss out on that and you're probably going to get your ashes back. Try to avoid sun exposure. So when you know you have stuff to do, either you wear full sleeve clothes and go out, or you may feel like avoiding the harsh sun. So in the morning, in the evening, try to figure that out. But somehow you have to minimize your sun exposure when it comes to sun-related rashes. Um, Calamine lotion helps in sun-related rashes to calm them down, not to prevent them. So you could apply that to, if you already have the rashes. Um, okay, Vaishnavi here says, I have very prominent dark circles. How can I get rid of them? Dark circles is considered amongst our medical fraternity as one of the difficult things to treat, because dark circles can happen from literally a lot of things, and there's a lot of reasons why it's there, like when we say pathogenesis. So there's the blood vessels which are involved, the stress on the eyes. So basically dark circle creams don't work. I'm sorry to say, but you can try them. I've tried them, and there's very, very few to none dark circle creams that work. So that is something definitely, it's up to you, but don't waste your time. Home remedies on dark circles don't work, according to me. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. What does work is you minimizing your eye strain, and with time, of course, your dark circles are going to get better. And there are just one or two creams in my entire practice which I have found that do work on dark circles. I don't prescribe any other dark circle creams other than those, and they do work. Like literally in a month, you would feel, and people would ask you that whatever you are doing for your dark circles, please keep doing it because something's changing there. And there are really, really fabulous treatments available for dark circles. So if you have dark circles and you really need to get rid of them, maybe you can just visit your dermatologist and ask them for treatment options rather than wasting time. I mean, if you have that much of a problem with your dark circles. Uh, About dark circles, also one thing is that there are two, one thing is that the eyelid skin is actually dark, and that is the true dark circles where your entire skin has turned dark. And the other part is that where there's a hollowing here, which is called a teardrop, it creates a shadow effect. Many people have just dark circles, and many people have both, that is teardrop as well as dark circles. That needs to be dealt with accordingly. And dark circles can also be related to a lot of internal stuff. So it's not just eye strain, it could be genetic. So maybe people in the family have dark circles. Then it could be metabolic. There is something called insulin resistance, or it's like a pre-diabetic state. We need to check your insulin levels and stuff. That can also lead to acanthosis, pseudoacanthosis, and that causes dark circles. A lot of medical terminology here, but it could be internal. So just applying eye creams may really not help. So if possible, try and visit your doctor. Then okay. Okay. All right. So the remaining questions, I think there's just very few of them. How to treat tan skin? First of all, prevent it from being tanned. That is your sunscreen. And one of the products, last thing I'll mention, is White Objective Serum. It clears up the tan beautifully. It really does. You can use it at night. Shall I use primer if I have acne prone skin? Absolutely no. No primers. I don't recommend primers to anybody. Primers, at least all that I have found, have a bunch of silicones in them, and silicones just sit on your skin. They are, most of them are non-biodegradable, and they're just going to congest your skin and make situation worse. So no primers, please. You can use your sunscreen or moisturizer, something that sits well on the skin, and that should be sufficient. And Siddharth here says, will skincare for guys be different, and do these same tips apply to male skin as well? Yes, guys. The same skincare tips apply to you as well. And a lot of people may lead you to believe that a guy's skin is thick and it needs harsh products and stuff. It's really not like that. I have seen guys who have the most gentle baby skin, so it needs to be dealt with accordingly. Please don't let the marketing gimmicks lead you to believe that you need specific guy products. You don't. Skincare products are skincare products, and they're going to work almost equally well on girls as well as guys. So you should definitely be washing your face twice or thrice a day. Use your sunscreen, use your night serum, do whatever you can and be consistent with it. Don't try to take on stuff that is too much to do. You do it for a week and then you're not doing it at all. That's not good. You do less, but you do it. Keep doing it. Okay, then, until next time, I'll catch you again. We're done for today. It was a good 38 minutes. I didn't realize how much talking I do. I'll probably catch you next month again. Do stay tuned in. Bye.